What is up, YouTube? I am back with another video, and this is a first impressions video. I just got this knife in the mail today. Pretty excited. It took like a freaking whole month to get here. I ordered it like 29 days ago, so pretty much exactly a month. And yeah, I forgot I ordered it kind of, and then I just like remembered. I was like, oh, maybe that's arriving soon. So I looked at my tracking and I saw that it was arrived today. So I got super stoked, ran out, got it out of the mailbox, rushed to open it. And as you can see, it is a Tucson knife and it is a button lock. Alright, before we get started, I feel like I'm just going to show you what I've been carrying today, what my EDC is today specifically. I just got this, so I haven't been carrying it today, obviously. So today I got my Glock 19 with the Harry's holster. Got the Demco 8020.5 with the carbonized Arctic scales carbon fiber. And then I got my Leatherman Bond that my girlfriend bought me for Christmas, which I absolutely love. Alright, let's get into the Tucson, shall we? Straight to the point. That's what this channel is called. Let's get into it. This is the Ts-303 model. It is an M390. It is a Mazwan Mokhtar design. Got the black stone washed blade. Got the titanium with the carbon fiber inlays. The titanium liners. The hardware is Torx head screws. They are T8s. The pivot screw is also a T8, which is kind of convenient. The thumb studs are cool thumb studs. The thumb stud action works good enough. And they have another model of this knife. I don't remember the model number, but they have another version that's not a button lock. I don't know if it's just a thumb stud or a flipper or what. I do not own that model. I may have to get it, I don't know, but and so far I am liking this knife quite a bit. When I first opened it, like the action was super stiff, like you couldn't flip it open with the button, like it was like I'd like manually open it. It's like pretty stiff. But I mean, this was kind of expected. Like I just loosened the pivot screw a little bit, and blade is still locked into place, sturdy, no blade play at all. The action, as you can see, is like really drop shutty. You really have to press the button kind of hard though to get it to move. And like if you use the tip of your thumb, it kind of hurts. It's a little uncomfortable because you have to really push it on there. We got my hitchhiker thumbs, I can just press right there, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, the more I play with it, I feel like the smoother it gets and I get more of a feel for the action. And the carbon fiber looks really nice, really pretty, you know. As with all of Tucson's carbon fiber, it's real, first of all. But yeah, it just looks good, and it's just a sleek, like, gentleman's knife. The pocket clip, as to be expected, is just like a stiff ball, as with all other Mazwan Mokhtar design knives, which it will work good enough, you know. It'll go in and out of your pocket. I feel like I haven't had problems with these pocket clips. Really, it's not like the easiest going in and out of your pocket. Sometimes you got to use two hands, but most of the time it works just fine. I've heard people complain like with these types of pocket clips that it can like over time wear out your pockets, but I have not personally had that issue. It's a pretty light knife. Not sure what it weighs, but yeah, M390. With Tucson's M390, it's like a hit or miss. Sometimes it's not heat treated like 100% perfectly, and other times it's really good. I've heard some horror stories where their M390 chips fairly easily. But yeah, the more I mess with this, the button lock action is just freaking amazing, dude. Like, it's probably like my second smoothest button lock. So like, and I like button locks. If you've seen my other videos, I have other button lock knives in several of my videos, and you know, I'm gonna go get them just so I can compare to this one. So alright, so here are all my button locks. Someday soon I'm gonna have to do a video on all of these, but I'm just gonna quickly show the difference in action. I feel like they're all pretty similar, you know, because they're button locks, but it's really smooth. The ProTech Mordax Ferrum Forge. Also unbelievably smooth. This has the skiff bearings on it, so this is my most expensive button lock. It was like $300 used, but it's in like brand new condition. Probably my favorite button lock. It's just so sleek, and there's just so many things about this knife that are amazing. I have a separate video on this knife, you should check it out. I also have a separate video on all these knives, by the way. Feel free to go check those out, but I'm gonna have to make a video just with all these knives. Maybe that's this video, I don't know. The Malibu, I mean, this isn't the Malibu. This is the budget Malibu. I don't even have a Malibu. I wish I did. This is the Orion Solaris button lock with the upgraded scales. As you can tell, I like blue and I like carbon fiber. This is the Civivi Elementum button lock with the 1095 Damascus. You know, the action on this is pretty crazy too. So if I had to put these in order of like satisfactory, like the level of put these in an order, like with number 1 being the most satisfying, it'd have to be 1, 2, 3, 4. No, this one. This is really good, but it has like this weird scratchy noise. I feel like it'll go away with time. But I mean, if you press it down a perfect amount, it's like really smooth. But if you just press it down a tiny bit, which is really easy to do by accident, it just kind of makes this weird noise. It kind of grinds a tiny bit. I just feel like that will go away with time, you know, as it breaks in. And this has kind of that same thing. Sometimes it's really smooth, but you can feel like there's some drag in there. And I have played with the pivot. loosened it a bit, messed with it, tried to figure out the best thing for it, but I mean, I do like all these knives, so I'm a fan of button locks, what can I say? But you know, this does that too. Like sometimes it won't be, like, it's better now that I put the skiff bearings in it. It's like insane. And the more you mess with it, you just know exactly how far to push the button down to make it the smoothest. But if you just slightly press it down, or you press it down too far, I don't know if you can see in there, but if you press it down too far, the button like comes in contact with the blade. If you press it down not far enough, then the other side of the button comes into contact with the blade. But that's like with all button locks. This one's different. Only one side of the button of the lock comes into contact with the blade. This one, yeah, it's got the same thing. I guess if you just press it down, oh no, two parts of the button can come into contact with the blade on this one as well. This is probably the superior design though, because on this side of the button, it like, as it wears down, it gets wider and wider, so it will just become more sturdy as it wears out, which is a huge design like benefit. And this one, yeah, only one side of the button comes into contact with the blade on this one. But this is like, the spring is pretty stiff, like it's hard to press the button down on this one too. And it hurts kind of. Like the tip of my thumb. I can do it, but it's like kind of uncomfortable. It doesn't like hurt, but I like to fidget with my button locks, and after doing that a lot, it's gonna get annoying. I can always just do that, or use my left hand with like my finger. But alright, and the best pocket clip on these has to go to the Mordax. It's got like a little milled in section where it just goes in perfectly, so it's perfectly flat in there, so there'll be no friction going in and out of your pocket. Deep carry pocket clip, by the way. This one also is a deep carry, but it has a little bulge in there, so there could be some friction going in and out. Not a big deal at all, but it's just the little things that make this knife the best, obviously. But this pocket clip is decent, basically, not a deep carry. It's alright. It's not a huge deal. This pocket clip is definitely the worst out of all of them. It's still kind of the same design kind of as this one, just a little ball on the inside with the titanium, but unfortunately it like kind of moves back and forth even when I'm like have tightened it all the way. Could maybe like put some Loctite in there, but I don't know, not a huge deal. Kind of annoying, but I mean, all the pocket clips, they work. Can't complain. Alright, that's really all I have to say about this beauty. I'm gonna post a full review on it once I carry it for a few weeks and get it fully broken in, which it feels like it already could be fully broken in. Like, this is a really nice knife. I love Tucson. They have another button lock that I want to get. Yeah, I don't remember the model name, but Hopefully you'll see it in a future video. Well, anyway, appreciate you watching. I enjoy making this content for you. I just enjoy talking about knives, basically. And, well, yeah, have a good one. Peace.